Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and I'm very excited to be doing the 2022 Road to the Olympia with
Derek Lunsford, 212 Mr. Olympia.
So if you don't know who he is, then you don't really follow the sports. You can turn the interview off. All right, Derek, we're now, 6 months removed, basically, from the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing? And that's the guest posing that, to make it clear, he was not scheduled to do. I've seen the internet people saying, oh, he and Hani had this plan. No, the plan was, if Rami was guest posing, if Rami gets jammed up in Egypt, I go, if Rami's there, he's not on stage. Rami doesn't make it. My dad asked Hani if he would guest pose, and that's where it came from, correct?
Yeah, actually, he asked me specifically, too. Okay. The night before, he said, so, you want to get on stage? And I said, sure, I would be honored. I'll be there tomorrow. So, yeah, that's how it happened.
Yeah. So, those of you that think that there was this grand conspiracy, there was not.
No, I was actually supposed to be there for the Evogen booth because Hani was there with the Evogen, and my wife showed up to be a part of that. And like I said, the night before, Jim Manion asked me, would you like to step on stage? I said, sure, be honored. And that's what I did. Next day I stepped on stage, and I really just wanted to go out there and have fun. I was going up there with, the likes of Nick Walker, Hunter Labrada, Brandon Curry. And so, I don't know, I just want to have fun. And that's why I bodybuild too, is not just to compete. Obviously I'm coming to, earn that Olympia title. We'll see. But also, I just love it, and I just want to have fun and build good camaraderie. And so that's what I thought that night. Let's just go out here and have some fun, put on a show.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to Derek throughout the day. I was telling him a story about how a trainer came up to me that wanted to complain that Derek got the special invite, right? And he didn't do a contest. And I said to him, I go, but you were okay that if they gave it to Flex Lewis and he didn't do a contest. I said, so it doesn't make sense. I mean, as I said, you hit the perfect storm. Dan Solomon was there. Big Steve's the head judge. He's the head judge of the Olympia. It's my father's contest. I mean, and if you weren't there, and you can't tell us from the video, when Derek walked on stage, the air was sucked out of the room because everybody went, oh. I mean, so it was literally the perfect scenario for everything to happen. Right? I mean, before that date, was your plan to do the 212, defend your 212 title again this year?
100%. Me and Hani just talked about that the other day. He goes, well, up until around the Pittsburgh Pro, or just a little bit after the Pittsburgh Pro, you decided to go and get big on me. I said, listen, man, I'm sorry. I like to go to the gym, I like to train, I like to eat too a little bit. So it's like, the plan was to definitely come back, defend the 212 title. And, I always knew at some point down the road I would want to go open, but defending the title was definitely the plan after last year. Yeah. Yeah.
Because people think that there was some nefarious plan with you and Hani and my father that you were going to jump into the Mr. Olympia this year. And I'm just like, without even talking to you, I already knew that wasn't true.
No, absolutely not. No.
Yeah. So all of you that think you know what you know, you don't. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So after the guest posing and everybody was going crazy, and I know that they were talking to you and they talked to you about this, and I know they gave you some time to think about it. What was like your initial reaction when they were asking you about doing the Open?
Well, Hani said, don't jump the gun. Don't buy into the hype. We have to, bring this physique into, we have to keep recomping this physique. We have to see truly where, your body will land, because who knows? Maybe we can still come down to the 212 and do the 212. So he said, let's just give it a couple more months. Let's keep refining this physique, and we'll see where we're at here in a couple months. And so that's why I actually had people messaging me saying, wow, I'm surprised you guys announced that you're going open so soon. Because they thought, oh, you're going to wait to the very end. But no, as soon as we decided, hey, we're going to go open, that's when we decided to do it. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and as I say, listen, the Olympia is giving the fans what they want too. Yeah. I mean, it's great, you guys, of course, you should strategize with Hani, but the fan, I mean, we were like 2-3 months after the contest, and people were still talking about it, okay? I mean, I've been around in this sport for 38 years, and I've never seen that reaction to any guest posing ever.
Yeah, I'm honored by that, truly, because like I said, I was just there to have some fun, man. So I was actually there, not even to guest pose, and then when I did, I'm like, we're just gonna have some fun here. So, and then when the whole world was just like, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, what? Turned out pretty good.
Yeah. When Steve Weimer grabbed the microphone and decided to compare you guys, what was going through your head?
I was like, you better start posing now. Like, it's no more having fun. You better start actually posing now. So, no, it's good, man. I like those guys. I'm friends with them. We are obviously competitors now, but again, at the time, I thought, all right, well, this is my chance to do some quarter turns, and then that's what we did. So,
yeah. I mean, to me, like I said, everybody was basically in place that would, say yes or no to that decision. And let's be honest, I do know that they talked to you guys about it right after, correct?
Yeah, they did. They were saying, hey, you've obviously put on some size. We think you could probably do all right in the open. And that's, like I said, okay, Hani, what do you think? He goes, again, don't buy into the hype. We have to keep working. If we want to go open, then we'll see here in a couple months. Otherwise, there's no quick decisions here. So, okay.
That's why the announcement wasn't literally like the Monday after the Pittsburgh. But a lot of people think that it was decided on Saturday night, and I know it wasn't, and that is correct also, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said. So literally, he said, don't buy into the hype. I said, okay, all right.
People are going, oh, this was all, no. Just don't listen to the people that think they know anything. Actually talk to the people that do know, like Derek.
Yeah, I mean, Hani has always known, eventually I wanted to go open, but again, like I said, I always listen to him. I mean, I have a coach for a reason. That's why we have coaches. If you're not going to listen to them and follow their advice, why do you even have them? So when Hani says, we're defending the 212 title, I said, okay, man, whatever you say, I know you have my best interest, because my best, what's going to be best for me is going to be best for him too. And so we're just going to do this thing. And, when the time's right, we'll do what we got to do, but that came faster than I expected, really.
Yeah, faster in terms of meaning in the future.
Yeah.
And so people are wondering, well, why were they waiting around to make the announcement? It's because of everything that he just said right now. That's why.
Yeah, like I said, 100%, because
there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah, because with everybody saying, "Oh man, Derek looks great," I was like, Hani, what do you think? And he's like, just wait, just keep working, man. Just you focus on you. Stop, don't listen to nobody. You listen to me. You keep doing the work, and we'll see where you land here in a couple months.
Yeah, so. I think it was a great decision. I think it's one of probably the most popular things that people have wanted to see. And like I said, if you don't guest pose, people aren't going to talk about that.
Yeah. I guess it wouldn't have played out this way, would it? I don't know. But also, I told you earlier too. It's for several years I was seeing other competitors come up to the Pittsburgh Pro and do the guest posings, and I can't say I was jealous or anything, but I was like, man, I want to do that one day. I want to guest pose at the Pittsburgh Pro, and so, like you said, perfect storm. I was already there, and when Jim Manion asked, I was like, hey, all right, we'll do this. All right, cool.
Yeah, literally all the decision makers were there.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you did make your guest posing a memorable one, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's that means a lot to me. Some of the things that was said, and the reaction that we got was really awesome. I don't want to buy into the hype for myself, but as a fan of bodybuilding, I think it's really cool to be a part of that. And yeah, I'm still a fan of bodybuilding, so I want to see the best guys on the same stage at the Mr. Olympia. So in previous years when you'd have other special invitations, and for whatever reason, I never had a problem with it, because I wanted to see these guys on stage. I can name several names that was, given special invitations, and I was excited to see these guys. Some of them showed up, some of them didn't. And so for me as a fan of bodybuilding, I want to see the best guys. And this is unlike any other sport where, if it's the Stanley Cup, you got to earn your way there. You still got to earn your way to the Olympia too, but the thing is if you have the top guys around the world, who those top 5, 10, 15 guys are in the world, you want to see those guys on the same stage, right? So,
yeah. And one of the things that irks me is a thing of pet peeve. They go, yeah, but he only won one Olympia. And I'm like, okay, he won an Olympia. How many other people have not? Right?
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just trying to stay in my lane. That's it, man. I love bodybuilding because I do this for me. I do it because I love it. Even if I wasn't competing, I would still be in the gym bodybuilding, but I love competing, and I hope to inspire more people to compete and be bodybuilders and build camaraderie in the sport. That is what I'm focused on, praising God, giving God the glory always, in all circumstances, win, lose, or draw, and that's it, man. That is the lane that I'm focused on, not all the other stuff. So
That's good, though. That's good. It's just that I've heard so much BS out there that I've actually been waiting to stand here with you to just kind of get this out.
I didn't know you were going to talk about all this stuff, but okay.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it before. I just told him we're going to talk about the guest posing. Yeah. I didn't go in particulars.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that, but here we are.
Yeah. Well, this is good, though, because this isn't pre-planned. I knew the truth, and that's why I wanted to say it. I wanted you to verify it. That's why.
Yeah, so there we go.
That's it. All right, so going now to the Open Olympia, but competing in Vegas. How does that make you feel?
Ooh, I'm excited. I love Vegas, man. I love the fact that it's back in Vegas. Now listen, Orlando's my backyard. I live in Tampa, so it's just a drive away. That was pretty awesome the last couple years, so if they were back in Orlando, I will not complain whatsoever. But the fact that it's back in Vegas is super exciting. I love it being in Vegas, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what people I don't think realize is from 1999 through 2019, the Olympia was in Vegas every year in that entire span. 2020, of course, everything got turned upside down. That's how it ended up in Florida. But it's like the Olympia and Vegas are almost synonymous when you go back and you look over the years of who all won those contests from those years, right?
Yeah, I said it in another interview that's going to come out later. Listen, I'm the competitor, so wherever they put it, I'll be there.
Yeah. And the fact that this year it's on the Strip, I mean, it's really Vegas this year. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing, Planet Hollywood and everything, and it's going to be crazy. I mean, as I've said to all the people that have been coming through here doing the Road to the Olympia, there's literally stories in every division. I mean, like your division. Let's talk the Bikini Olympia. You have, what'd I say? There's Ashley, there's Janet, there's Jen, and there's 4 Bikini Olympia champions competing in the one contest. I mean, that's never happened before.
That's crazy. That's what makes it exciting, though. Like you said, every division has its storylines, and honestly, every division is stacked this year. I'm not just talking about numbers, I'm talking about quality. And it's going to be close in every division. Even talking about the 212 division this year. I mean, it's going to be a fight. It's a dogfight every year. So, yeah, I'm super excited as a fan of bodybuilding, even taking myself outside of my competition, the open bodybuilding. I'm excited to see these other divisions too.
Yeah, and what I don't think people realize, so with the sheer amount of numbers that are in every division, they only took the top 3 from the points. So everybody else won contest to be there. And kudos to those on the points list. They did a lot of contests to get those points. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you're a competitor at any level, you're given absolutely everything for this, right? Like it takes a lot. There's a lot of sacrifice and dedication, a lot of work that goes into this. And for you to reach that pinnacle of being an IFBB Pro Olympian, I mean, it takes a lot. So I know these men and women, they're putting in the work, and we got right at 2 weeks, and it's all going to come together.
Yeah,
it's going to be cool.
So when you won the USA, did you ever envision this day that you would be in the Open Olympia stage?
If I'm honest, from day one when I said I'm going to be a bodybuilder, I had hoped that I one day could be on the Olympia stage and maybe win the Mr. Olympia. So from day one when I committed to becoming a bodybuilder, a competitive bodybuilder, I wanted to go through the NPC, I wanted to win Mr. USA, did that. I hold that title close to my heart, going from that to winning my pro debut, which was
a week later.
Yeah, which was amazing.
Listen, I don't know if you remember at the pool, you were talking about maybe, and all the other guys, they're all like, do it, remember?
I do. They're all encouraging. And I said, so JM, how do I get a contract to go next weekend to compete? You're like, don't worry, like we'll send it over to you. So I said, okay. So yeah, I won my pro debut the next weekend, and then 6 weeks later, I placed top 5 in the 212 Olympia. So at that point, I thought, okay, this is really truly a possibility. But either way, I always believed that I wasn't going to give up. I wasn't going to stop, and however long it took me, I was just going to get there. Again, this is a bodybuilding journey, and I think that each competition is like a milestone to where you can assess where you're at and keep going, keep moving forward. If you win, great, but you can still keep getting better. If you don't win, don't get what you wanted, then again, still keep getting better. It's still a journey. You still keep moving forward. You still want to get better each and every day. So that should be the focus, not just, oh, I didn't win, I should have won, or whatever, or okay, now I won, now I'm on a high horse and I'm the man. Well, no, just stay level-headed and just keep on this journey of you building your best physique. And so that's the way I think about it anyway.
You know, you sound like you used to wrestle or something.
I did. I got my butt whooped a lot, and I also whooped a lot of butt, so I know how it is.
Yeah, I think we were talking that there's a lot of people a lot of guys that used to wrestle that are in the sport, and as you know, it takes a different mindset to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
And it's easy to apply to this sport.
Yeah, because you could have one off day and you get, tore up all over the mat, but then you might have a good day where, and that propels you to keep working harder. But either way, you should just, again, take it one step at a time, put one foot in front of the other, and just keep working on your skills, keep working on how, the things that you need to do to get better. So.
Yeah. So, listen. You got to watch the Mr. Olympia this year. If anything, just for this alone, okay? And but all the other divisions are going to be pretty spectacular,
Yeah, like I said, I'm a fan of bodybuilding, all divisions, and men and women's both. So me and my wife, we're going to be there. I got a ton of friends and family that's going to be there. We have a huge cheer block, so I'm thank you to everybody that's coming to support. I truly appreciate it. I hope to see everybody at the Meet the Olympians on Thursday. I hope to see everybody maybe outside of the venue. Maybe we can shake hands, catch a word, catch a picture, something like that. But I hope to see everybody there, and it's going to be an exciting weekend. If you can't, you can still get the pay-per-view at olympiaproductions.com. You don't want to miss it. Every division's stacked. I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
Okay, so speaking of your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where we're heading right now.
I don't know where we're headed.
We're heading about all those.
We're be in a good direction.
All those little movies and reels that you guys do on social media that are hysterical. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is when they do the baby voices, is that your voice modulated or are you lip syncing?
Oh no, that's my voice.
Is it? No.
No, she's good at it. I call her the TikTok queen. She does it just because she likes it, right? She sees these trends. She thinks they're funny. It's her humor, her personality.
Well, I think they're funny.
Yeah, so do I. So she relates it to our relationship or something like that. And she's like, Derek, do this one with me. And at first I'm like, I don't understand. This doesn't even make sense to me. I don't get on TikTok or whatever. But then, I do because now I make my post, but I don't really scroll through. But anyhow, so she relates it to our life, and it's just genuinely her, genuinely us, and so we just like to make fun of ourselves and give ourselves a laugh, and if it makes somebody else laugh, cool, whatever. If it's stupid, then whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I told you, I think my all-time favorite is the one where she's throwing all the Evogen shirts on you, and the last one's
Don't even go there. Everybody's going to look that one up now. Come on, man. Come on.
So I won't tell you what happens at the end. You got to look it up now.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you can't find it, just DM them, say JM said to ask you.
I think it's on her Instagram or TikTok. It's on at Gelbell, JHELBELL. So you probably want to follow her. She's got the funny ones. I got more of the bodybuilding content on my Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, but she's got more of the funny stuff.
No, it was funny when I came up to her at the Tampa Pro and I said how I love the videos, and she was like, "You watch these?"
Yeah, she was kind of shocked, and she told me later, she's like, "I'm happy that he likes them, but I'm a little embarrassed."
Listen, they're great. I mean, I think they're very funny. I think it's great that you guys can do that.
Yeah, like I said, it's just us, man. I love that woman. She's the biggest blessing in my life. God put us together, and I couldn't be more happy, man. And so she's really been a big support in all that I do, and she's an amazing woman. And so we just, we try not to take things always too seriously and be lighthearted, and so we enjoy doing these things together.
Like, I'll really see him, and I'll tell Debbie, I'll go, you gotta go watch the new video.
Yeah, we kind of stopped doing them for a few weeks because, the Olympia grind and stuff, but we just put out another one the other day that was kind of relatable to the bodybuilding.
Yeah, the eating and the baby voice, that's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's fair. I was like,
You have the blanket up.
I was like, no shame. Other people can relate to this, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it all away, but just, you'll know it when you see it. I mean, to me, it's just, like you said, it just encapsulates what you're going through.
Yeah, actually, I think I left that one on my Instagram too. So, anyway, check it out, guys. You can make fun of me. I don't care. It's fine. I make fun of myself anyway.
It's funny. It's not making fun of yourself, but it's just funny. So, I mean, I get the biggest kick out of it, I can be honest.
Yeah. Like I said, you got to be lighthearted, man. You can't be so serious all the time. And so I used to take myself super seriously, and once I was able to let that go a lot because of these TikToks and whatnot. So, but yeah, she's like, I want people to see the real side of us and you, and that you're not always just serious in the gym all the time. I mean, you have that side of you too, but you also have this other side of you, so we want to show it. Okay, whatever.
Well, good. That's great, because like I said, I've been enjoying them for months.
It's fun to make, again, it gives us a laugh, and if other people like it, then great. So.
Yeah. But you also got to look up the one with the Evogen shirts.
Oh my gosh, that was probably the hardest to make and probably the most embarrassing for me. So.
No more reason to go find it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, so yeah, I just want to say I think that's great. I think it's great that you guys are doing that, and like you said, it shows a whole different side of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have fun doing it. So.
Because everybody's just so used to, okay, here they are training, they're doing this, and then here you are whining for food now.
Like I said, people can relate. We're 2 weeks out from the Olympia. I just want, what do I want? I want a meal. I want more food. So.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and you know this, and you don't really see the top people doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does, make us, a little different than most people, because look, these preps aren't easy, man. You're very much in your zone. I've been in my zone for the last several months, and, we're getting closer to Olympia, so I'm even getting more locked in. But, like I said, it's important to be relatively normal and relatable, and not always be so stuck in this box all the time, because I think that can really, maybe being a little bit more normal and not just shutting yourself in, and having good people around you to maybe come over or spend time with, I think it will actually truly help the bodybuilding prep. Whenever things get tough and you got the blinders on, sometimes it becomes so repetitive that you need a little bit of a mental break. And by doing something that takes 30 seconds to make and make yourself laugh can change your day, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good. Like I said, you guys will enjoy watching these. All right, so while we're here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
First, God. I want to give all the glory to God always in all circumstances. He is what's getting me through every day, and not just getting me through every day, but God is a good God. He blesses us abundantly, and we just got to have faith and trust in Him that whatever His plan is for our life is what is best for us. Even if we think that we know what we want and we're working hard towards what we want, no matter what, He's got the best plan for us. So I want to give all the glory to God always. Again, my wife, amazing. I could say so much. I love that woman to death, and she has been such a support to me. My closest friends, who, my assistant coach at UC Fit on our coaching team, flew out from Vegas to spend several weeks with me just to help, push me through these training sessions and this prep. I got other close friends who have supported me tremendously. Obviously, I want to give a massive shout out to my coach, Hani Rambod. I couldn't do this without him either. I mean, this guy is, for me, he's the best coach in the world. He's super knowledgeable, always there for me, and has my best interest. And of course, being with, Evogen, he supports me in that way too. He's got the best supplements, best tasting supplements too, quality and taste. the new pre-workout and the protein, holy
I
cow.
like that new Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh my gosh, the new oatmeal cookie is amazing, and they got the coffee pre-workout. It's stupid good, stupid good. Also, Gasp and Better Bodies clothing. It's, you know, they're not just a brand and clothing. It's truly a family too. So, thank you, Michael. MJ, thank you, Branch, and everyone at Gas and Better Bodies for, you know, sticking behind me. Also, my meal prep company that I've been with for several years, Icon Meals. You know, obviously, it takes a lot of food to be a bodybuilder, and Icon Meals, thank you, Todd, for supporting me always. And yeah, I want to thank also CJ for CJ's Elite Suits, Competition Suits. Thank you so much, always killing it. Protan, best competition tanning out there, tans the Olympians, and is actually the only tanning company I ever use. So if you guys are doing competition, highly recommend Protan. It's the best. And yeah, just all the people that support me, whether it's my friends, family, and close loved ones, or whether it's anyone that watches my YouTube and subscribed, or whether it's like TikTok or Instagram, anyone that has followed me and supported me, I truly appreciate it. And like I said, I'm trying to just stay in my lane. I just want to be the best I could possibly be, glorify God through it all, and build camaraderie in this sport that we all love, okay? So as much as it can be a selfish sport, I think it doesn't have to be. I think we can do this together. Remember why you went to the gym in the first place. It's to get better and improve each and every day. But also for me, I just love meeting up with my buddies in the gym, and we push each other to get better. So don't forget that camaraderie, guys. You know, even if, you know, you might be competitors on stage, it's for one competition. Why can't you guys, you know, push each other and meet lifelong friends? I mean, you can literally, like, I've met some of my closest friends through bodybuilding. So yeah, just remember that even when you're competing and you're on the grind, and everybody wants to win, man. There's only can be one winner, but we can build camaraderie. And again, if we love this sport, we want to see it grow, we want to see it take it to the next level, and we can do many different things to make that happen. And one could be making these silly TikToks, I guess. So. Anyway, I appreciate you.
All right.
And also, massive shout out, thank you, JM, for having me. Massive shout out to Jim Manion and Tyler Manion for being, you know, the head of the NPC IFBB Pro League. We wouldn't even have this. We wouldn't have, you know, this awesome platform if it wasn't for Jim Manion and Tyler Manion. And also, thank you, Jake Wood and Dan Solomon, for putting on the Mr. Olympia and truly standing behind the sport of bodybuilding, even when they could have just pulled out in 2020 and probably saved their losses. But they're like, no, we're going to keep this legacy going. We love bodybuilding. We're not going to let this happen. We're going to do whatever it takes. And also bringing back women's bodybuilding and everything. Like, you know, these guys are the ones that's making this happen. We're just the athletes that get the privilege and opportunity to do this. We have to be grateful that we get this opportunity and not take it for granted. So massive shout out to Jim Manion, Tyler Manion. Thank you for having me, JM. Also, Jake Wood, Dan Solomon. Those guys are the ones really running, you know, this industry and making it go to the next level.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the 2020 Olympia, because I've said this since it's happened. I said everybody should be thanking Jake.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And his story is incredible too. The fact that, like, I don't want to say too much, but with him, you know, early on in his life wanting to work for the Mr. Olympia, and I believe he got kind of turned down, and then eventually now he owns the Mr. Olympia, I think is a super cool story. And so I've gotten to, you know, spend a little bit of time with him, and he told me a little bit about it, and I just thought, you know, that's really cool. And his passion behind bodybuilding is second to none. So it's really nice that we have someone that owns the Mr. Olympia and running the Mr. Olympia that has that much passion for what we do.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he could have easily just said, okay, well, there's no 2020 Olympia. We'll wait till next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think most businessmen would do that. But if you have passion and love for something, you're gonna want to see it keep going. And he did everything he possibly could, even moving it to a whole nother state, just to be able to put it on. So we thank you, Jake Wood, so much, man. Yeah.
All right. So if you want to see probably what could be the best Mr. Olympia ever, both in bodybuilding and all the other divisions. Make sure to go to MrOlympia.com, get your tickets, get your hotels. Like Derek said before, if you can't make it, get the pay-per-view, because it's going to be insane.
Oh, yeah, OlympiaProductions.com. You don't want to miss this one, believe me.
All right, well, JM,
Derek Lunsford.
signing out for NPC News Online, and we will see you all soon in Las Vegas.